सो आज जो है हमारा एमएलपी मशीन लर्निंग प्रैक्टिसेस का फर्स्ट सेशन है एंड आई विल टेक सेशंस ट्वाइस अ वीक. ओके. First session on Wednesday and second session on Sunday. So timings will remain same, 6 to 8 p.m. So I know the timings are a little bit early like for Wednesday, but I have kept it so many of the audience can take benefit from the live sessions. एंड द सेशंस विल बी लाइक जो सेशंस हैं वो लाइव बेस्ड होंगे. सो लाइक ऑब्वियसली लाइव जो है बेटर होता है रिकॉर्डिंग से. सो येस, इट्स अप टू यू इफ़ यू वांट टू वॉच रिकॉर्डिंग और द live session. Yes, I am recording this session, but as I said, I am not sure about like today's recording because there is some, I have changed some specifications, so that's why. Okay, first of all let me share my screen. Yes. Can you guys see my screen? गाइस सी, आप लोग जो है मतलब ऐसे चुप मत रहो, मुझे थोड़ा सा वियर्ड लगेगा. आप लोग ओपन माइक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, आप लोग आराम से माइक खोल के पूरा बात कर सकते हो. एंड आई वांट कि सेशन इंटरेक्टिव रहे. अगर इंटरेक्टिव नहीं रहेगा तो फिर ऐसे इट्स नॉट लाइक आई एम टीचिंग टू यू, आई एम जस्ट हेल्पिंग यू आउट.
Sure.
सो यस, थैंक्स विशाल. यस. सो सबसे लाइक आज के सेशन के जो हमारे टॉपिक्स हैं मेनली इट विल बी लाइक फर्स्ट वी विल recap the Python, like just basic overview, and after that we will do NumPy and pandas. Also we will work on a real data set, so it will not be some kind of a dummy data set or like I am making it on my own. We will be using Stack Overflow survey data set. So what is this? First let me like show you the Stack Overflow data set. So if I go to Stack Overflow data set, so what Stack Overflow, like Stack Overflow, I hope आप सब लोगों को पता होगा. How many of you know about Stack Overflow?
Everyone, I guess, have used sometime.
Yeah, even I know about Stack Overflow.
Yes, so it's a like programming forum where all the programmers like post their questions, queries, and they will get answer solutions from other programmers. So it's a community forum. Uh, so like what they do is they do survey like every year. So like they ask about uh, like it's a developer survey, so they ask about various things of developer, like are there senior developer or junior developer, like what is their like education, their age limit, like range of age, their gender, etc., and a lot of things. Also like there's one important thing which we all might like find interesting, which is like how much they earn. So this can also be helpful for our like machine learning also. We can take that parameter, like how much they earn yearly, to like to predict it as the like label y, which we call as which we have to predict. So yes, this is the dataset. Like you can go to survey.stackoverflow.co, and from here like you can if I click on view results, okay, so this is the past years. So I am using 2023 dataset. Okay, so if I click on view survey results, this is the complete overview of the like their survey, the result of their survey. So and we can also download the like full CSV like full data set. So the data set is about of almost, if I like I have loaded it in my Kaggle notebook, so it is about I guess 100 MB or something. I'm not
Parampreet,
yes.
sorry to interrupt. If you can just for once explain how the submission of this project works. Actually, I'm a bit confused because I'm not able to understand how the milestones work. The
Okay.
course started like 1 week. We have got.
So
first file.
even
Second
I don't know.
milestone.
I just know like there will be some dashboard link, and it will be similar to OPP, like where we submit the COC and all. So it will be similar to that. So even I don't know. When I will like get to know, I'll ask from some senior and will let you know in next session. Okay, or
Okay.
in the group. Even it's new to me. So yes. So yeah, guys, like if I download this CSV, so okay, it's almost of 20 MB zip. I have downloaded it earlier. Let me just open it. What is this issue? So yes, like I have downloaded the dataset. Like if I go to, yeah, here it is. So the dataset is overall it is of 160 MB. Like so there will be like 4 files. If you download this CSV, you can get this dataset through this link. I am pasting it in the chat box. Okay. uh, so the dataset will contain these 4 files. First one is readme. Like most of the datasets have this readme file where it is like they gave a brief overview about what kind of dataset is this and all. And there is this survey PDF which contains all the questions which they have asked in the survey. Okay. And there is this CSV file, survey results public.csv, and there is another CSV file. So this is survey result schema. Like if I open it in, let me like just open it in my VS Code. So if I open it here, okay, let me. Okay, I guess it's not. Yeah, CSV link is on. Yes. So open with CSV viewer. Yeah. So this is the like survey result schema.csv file. Okay, the I guess the font is small, right? Should I increase the font size?
Yeah, little. If you can zoom it,
Yeah, sure. Just
zoom a bit, it will be fine.
okay, the CSV is, yeah, normal. Okay, now it is like here it is clear. So like this is the like there are two CSV files mainly. This is the result schema.csv. Okay, I guess I can open it in my Kaggle notebook also. So yes, there are two files, CSV files. This is schema.csv. So what schema contains? It contains the like questions info, like their question ID and the question and other things also, like uh, the response, whether the response is like required response or not, and the type of response, whether it is a numeric or what. So yes, this is we will not be using this because this is an optional CSV file. Rather, what we are using is this survey results public.csv file. So this is the main CSV file which we will be using. If I open it here, it is very big, like it is taking time. So it's of like 100 MB file. So yes, there you can see so much. This like this is the color linting. If I like it has total 84 columns. If I just like, okay, I can open it in Excel, right? Sorry, uh, sheet not new. Import. Just wait a minute, guys. I'll upload it. Yeah. So it is of 150 MB. So yes, it is pretty huge. Like the survey result like you can determine जो भी like survey होगा कितना बड़ा होगा, that's why it is of 150 MB. So we will be using this data set. So it is showing too large to import. Okay. Remove rows and columns and try again. Okay. Insert new sheet if I can. No, it is not. No worries. Okay, I guess I cannot open it here. So yes, I'll show you in here this. Okay. Uh, Survey results public open. CSV unable to open. Okay. It is very big file. That's why it is taking like throwing some errors. So ये जो है, this is the survey results public.csv file which we will be using as our data set. Okay. It contains various columns, so like you can identify with the color scheme. So first column is response ID, the response ID, like each response has some ID, and second is the question ID, and then there are other parameters, and last one we have like this converted comp yearly. So this is how much they are earning in US dollars, uh, how much all the developers earning annually in their like annually, and it is in US dollars. So this column which we can use for like for prediction. Okay. In ML when we start the ML, so it is pretty huge survey, like okay, so yes, there are like 89,000 responses, so 89,000 rows, 89,184 rows. So we will be using this data set only, and don't get overwhelmed with this size of the data set, because in real we will be like when you even participate in some Kaggle competition, you will get a data which will contain rows in like thousands or maybe in lakhs also. So yes, you have to get familiar with it, and it will be not like हमें एक एक रो को प्रोसेस करना पड़ेगा. We can directly process the complete data frame also. Yes, there are some techniques like जिसमें हम कुछ कुछ पार्ट को प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं, बट वी आर नॉट गोइंग इनटू दैट. ओके, तो आई गेस थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा डिले हो गया. सो गाइज, आप लोग एक बार ही मुझे क्लियर कर सकते हो लाइक how many of you are clear with Python, like you have complete good command in Python? Just like you can speak also, you can also raise your hand, you can also give a thumbs up.
Yes, I am. I do have enough knowledge of Python.
Okay, that is good. Okay, there are some people, so no worries. Visha, MLP से पहले like you must have done Python in various subjects also, like MAD1, PDSA, DBMS, right? Also not to forget about the foundation Python course.
बस बस पाइथन ही
Yes,
किया
yes.
है ब्रो.
Oh, okay, so
सीधा
Python.
उसके बाद फिर डिप्लोमा इन डीएस लिया तो सीधा ये.
Okay, got it. No worries. Like आपने Python को, you know the like overview of Python and the programming fundamentals, like what is
Yes,
loop, what
I,
is conditional functions, right?
I know that.
And others, please आप लोग भी बोल सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. This is an open session.
Hello, currently
Yes, bro.
I am not very my knowledge is very basic level.
No worries. That you can, in fact, see. You need Python while doing ML. Also, there is R also. R is for statistical purposes, so it is for data analysis and all. But for mainly machine learning, you need Python, and you don't need to be like an expert in Python. You can even, if you are clear with the basics only, like with the fundamentals of programming only, that will be enough, and rest you can learn on the go. लाइक आप जब भी कोई प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हो या कुछ भी कर रहे हो उस टाइम आप साथ साथ सीख सकते हो. एंड देर आर वेरियस forums and like websites also where you can practice Python. Okay. So that will be not some kind of a problem in ML. मेनली तो मैं पाइथन का आपको एक ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ इफ़ यू वुड लाइक. सो लेट मी क्रिएट अ फाइल हियर main.py. सो आप लोगों को दिख रहा है ना VS कोड गाइस?
हाँ दिख
ओके गॉट.
हाँ दिख रहा है.
सो यस मैं एक छोटा सा ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ. सो पाइथन में लाइक वी हैव मेन वेरिएबल्स तो ईजी है. We can define any variable with just name and after the value, and there is no need of semicolon, sorry. Yes, so like you can even override the variable also, like if I set to n equals to like hello, so it is valid in Python. And this is how you define variables in Python. And for conditionals like if else statement, like you can use this is the syntax of. So yes, chat the Copilot, GitHub Copilot is giving me suggestions also. It is very helpful. You can also use the auto completion, but like during ML. But if you are learning a language, I will recommend you don't use any auto completion. Rather, uh, make your own instincts. Like your hands, your brain, your body should get familiar with the syntax and all. So this is how you write an if condition, and you can also add an elif also. So like if elif is okay, n equals to 10. So yes, I can print anything. So this is just a sample. And else is the last condition, where if all the above conditions will not satisfy, then the else block will be executed. So this is like the conditions. And there are two types of loops in Python. First is for loop, and like you can use the range also. You can also iterate over like some data also. You can also iterate over string. So this is like where I am iterate. If I okay, for I in name, if I do this, then I can iterate over each uh, character of this string name. So PARAM. And this is how like you can do the basic stuff. And the most important thing, like there are some data structures, list and tuple. So this is a list, and this is a tuple. So tuples are immutable, like we cannot change their value, but we can change the value of list, like element. We can change, we can update the list, we can do CRUD operations on the list is mutable. And there is dictionary also. Dictionary is like storing key value pairs. So 2 3 and there is another thing called set. So the like to initialize a set, the brackets are same as a dictionary, but in dictionary we have key value pairs. So 1:2 is one is where 1 is the key and 2 is the value of that one key. And S is a set. So set is unordered, but set is mutable. Unordered is like there is no specific order of set, so it depends upon, like it is a random, so you cannot there is no index in set. So this is the main thing. Like in tuple we have index, in list we have index, in string we have index, in dictionary we have our custom index, that is the keys. In set we do not have any kind of index. So yes, these are the main things. And we also have a while loop also. And like while n is less than 10, we can just print n and increase the n. So this is like while loop. This is a while loop. And functions, yeah. Functions is like to define a function we use the def keyword, and after that the name of the function, and after that in parentheses we pass the parameters or arguments. It is same as the like as we create function in other languages also. And to return something we use the return keyword, and we can return the value like any expression or anything. So this is the functions, and there is also another kind of function which we will be using like extensively in machine learning, which are like lambda function. So lambda functions are like unknown functions. What is this is like, this is obviously explained in Python course also, but let me just give you an overview. So lambda functions are anonymous functions which like we can just use in one line only. So like this is the syntax of creating a lambda function. First we will write the lambda parameter, then we write the arguments. So x y here are arguments, and whenever there is colon, after the colon like the expression, like the definition, the body of function will start. So and in lambda is like one line function, just like we have arrow functions in JavaScript. So those who are familiar, those who have done coded in JavaScript, they must know about arrow functions, right? कोई है यहाँ पे जिसने JavaScript का यूज़ करी हो या उसमें कोड किया हो? um, okay, I guess नहीं. So like lambda function is like this function, ये आप function का sample देख सकते हो. This is an example function which is taking two parameters x and y, and it is returning x into y. So we don't have to use any return keyword or something.
Lambda is function of NumPy.
No. It is like it is in Python only. So it is another way of creating functions, but it is like a shorthand function and anonymous function. हम जो है functions को इनको directly ऐसे call कर सकते हैं. So if I keep it in brackets, and if I like see, I am getting the suggestion as x and y as arguments. So I can just pass 2 and 3 here, and if I like print it, because there is no print statement, and if I call it, you will see okay, n is greater than 10. So let me just I'll increase the terminal size too.
सॉरी, मैं थोड़ा सा बीच में डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था. ये लैम्डा मतलब का क्या वो, काम क्या है, वर्क क्या है इसका?
Lambda
Function.
functions, okay, just wait a sec. Yeah, so lambda functions जो है, it is similar to normal functions, but lambda functions we use जब हमें like कुछ एक लाइन पे हमें एक फंक्शन की कॉल करनी है, हमें कुछ ऐसा स्पेशल like पूरा बार बार वो फंक्शन को यूज़ नहीं करना, बट वी हैव टू यूज़ अ फंक्शन, क्योंकि देयर आर सम सर्टेन थिंग्स like कुछ ऐसे situations आएंगी, there will be some situations like in which we have to use some functions, and that will be some one line function, like we are calling some print statement or another function in that, so there we can use lambda function. Okay, so and this is like pretty unique. You don't find this in other languages. Like there is a concept of arrow functions in JavaScript. It is similar to that only. Like there is no name for lambda function, these are anonymous. So if I just run it, you can see I am getting this answer as 6. So like how I am getting this, like I can also assign it to a variable. So if I assign it to s, so s is now my lambda function. How, if I like if I write s, and if I start the brackets, so here you can see I am getting to like I am getting the hints that I have to pass two arguments, that is x and y. If I pass here 5 and 6, so this is the calling of function s. S is a lambda function. So I can print it, the value of 5 into 6, and let me also print the type of s. So you will get
So,
this.
so lambda is not a particular function. It is a way to define a function.
Lam Yes, it is a way to define a functions, just like def. Like def we
Okay.
create normal functions, and with the help of lambda we create
So
anonymous
we need
functions.
not to write return and all
Right,
this.
right. Like let's say you have a function in which you are just calculating some kind of expression, okay, and you are not using more than one lines, like similar to this add one. I'm just adding these two. So why do I create this, like why do I utilize these two lines? Rather I can do the same thing in just one line.
Right.
Yes. So if I like just run it, so you can see I'm getting 30 as the value, 5 into 6, and the type of s and the type of add is function, so both are functions. Okay, there is no difference in the like core functionality. So like their working is same. We don't, this is the return statement which is I'm getting as a return value. So this is lambda functions. I hope you are clear, you all are clear about this.
And if we will not give it a name, mean s, uh, then what?
um, okay, like you can just call it directly here, like if I
No, then one in the last line you have written type of s.
mhm.
So what if I write type of lambda? Then
Okay, let me, lambda is a keyword, so it is a key. I cannot like do like this type of lambda or type of if, right? So
then
lambda is a
what
keyword.
will be the name of that function if
It is
we
an
are not?
anonymous function, so the function will be vanished after 31st line if we do not store it in a variable. We can
Okay.
that's why like I'm saying okay, let me just this is the add function, right? If I just rename it to func and I will pass some f. Okay, and what I am doing here is calling the f with a and b. So this I have created a function in which I am taking three parameters. First is first two parameters are normal parameters, and the third I am taking a function as a parameter. Okay, and I am calling that f with and passing arguments a and b. Okay, so
Yes.
now let me like define this function mul, like multiply lambda xy, which will return x into y. Okay, so what now I will do is I will just call the func where I will pass some values, let's say 4 and 6, and then I will pass mul. So mul is a function, right? Like let me just print here also, so you will get to see what values I am passing. So here you can see I am passing 4, 6 and this function lambda. So this is a lambda function. Okay, if I just print the function directly here, and it is giving me 24. So this is how you can use lambda functions. Okay, like you can directly, you can even you do not need to store it in, if let's say you have to use this only once, you can just directly pass this function as it is. So no need to store it in a variable. Now also it is working as before. So this is about lambda function. I hope it is clear to you all.
Yes, yes, it is clear.
बाकी सबको clear है?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, this is like basic, and after that we have classes and objects. I'm not going into that because बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा फिर. Uh, but
क्लासेस एंड ऑब्जेक्ट यही समझ नहीं आता वो
okay,
अगर शॉर्ट में बता दें वो मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग.
right, right. That is like some. It will take time, so I cannot do this right now. It's already 6:40. So हम numpy से start करते हैं. Okay, guys, like there are two ways to write code in Python. Like there are many ways. Like first one is the script way, where we can create the script, and the second, which is majorly being used in ML, is notebooks. So what are notebooks? These are like another way of writing the Python scripts, but in a Jupyter notebook. So like there's some company which created this way of using Python in Jupyter notebooks. Not in only Python, like we can also code of, we can also write code of other languages also. So to use the Jupyter notebooks, there are certain ways you can in fact download the direct Jupyter notebook from this website jupyter.org. Okay, like and you can also use Google Colab. Google Colab also uses Jupyter notebook, and there are other websites also, and there is one Kaggle in which those who are having MLP project, they will be participating in a Kaggle competition. So Kaggle is like the GitHub for machine learning engineers, like machine learning people. Okay, so in Kaggle we have data sets, we have models, and we have competitions too, so we can participate in competitions and like improve our skills, our machine learning skills. So yes, this is about Kaggle, and in Kaggle, like, we have a better limit than Google Colab. That's why I'm using Kaggle. Don't worry, I will make this notebook public and I will share it with you all. So, like, in Jupyter Notebook, mainly, like, we have two types of formats. Let me give you just an overview. So okay, from here let me give. So there are, like, you can see these two buttons I am getting: code and markdown. So if I click on markdown, markdown is a language like HTML. So with hash we can create a heading one, and from, like, single hash heading one, and from double hash heading two. And there is also a list, like, we can create like list one, list item two. And if I just type hit shift enter, it will render this markdown. So heading 1 is the largest heading, similar to h1 in HTML. It is similar to HTML, so there is no that much difference, and it is very easier. So markdown is we use to document our code. Okay. अब लाइक आप लोगों को लग रहा होगा why we use notebooks instead of Python script. So especially in machine learning, whenever we process the data, तो हमें जो है, लाइक, लेट से हमने एक स्टेप में डेटा को ना, हम डेटा में से नल वैल्यूज़ हटा रहे हैं, एंड दूसरे स्टेप में वी आर कॉलिंग सम फंक्शंस. ओके, तो अगर हम बार बार वो सेम कोड को एक स्क्रिप्ट में रन करेंगे ना, सो डैट नल वैल्यूज़ का भी जो है वो एग्जीक्यूट करेगा नल वैल्यूज़ वाले कोड को, एंड उसका भी वो टाइम बार बार लेगा. बट हमें पता है कि, लाइक, हमारा नल वैल्यूज़ वाला काम कर रहा है, हम अब टेस्ट कर रहे हैं आगे उसके आगे वाले कोड को, तो बार बार पूरा कोड रन हो रहा है. सो देर इज़ अ बेटर वे ऑफ क्रिएटिंग नोटबुक्स, जिसमें जो है हम, लाइक, एक ही बारी में, मतलब, वी हैव डिफरेंट ब्लॉक्स ऑफ कोड in which we can write our code and we can execute them. Like, if I write here n equals 10. So guys, is the font size clear?
If you can increase it a bit, it would be helpful actually.
Okay,
Now it's fine.
okay. So n equals to 10. Like, I have defined the code here, and I can click on this play button, which will run this code. Like, okay, the code is, yeah, so, like, which will run this code, and now a variable n is created. Okay, now I can use it anywhere. Like, how? I can create another code block, and I can just do print n, and here you can see I am getting the value 10. So these are two different independent code blocks, but yes, the environment is one. So this is how you can use Python in the Jupyter notebooks. And I'm not going into the deep of Jupyter notebooks. There is a lot of functionality. There are also magic commands. Okay, like, magic commands. Okay, there is, I will show you some example in future, maybe in next session. So yes, आज हम, now let's get back to the topic. We have done, like, we have done the Python recap. So आप लोगों को Python का, like, syntax थोड़ा familiar हो गया?
Yes.
बाकी सब भी guys, please, you can even just
Yes.
raise your hand or give a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay, that's great. So अब जो है हम numpy स्टार्ट करते हैं. So okay, मैं थोड़ा सा एक ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ what we will be having in machine learning practices course. So in machine learning practices, we will be, like, जो हमने MLT में किया था, like, we have used ML models. We have created those ML models in mathematics, in statistics. Like, हमने लिटरली उनकी पूरी फंक्शनिंग वगैरह सारा, लाइक, फार्मूलाज मैथमेटिकली करे थे. बट नाउ वी विल बी यूजिंग दोज मॉडल्स. We will also be creating those models from scratch, like linear regression, perceptron, neural network, naive Bayes, PCA algorithm. Okay, so also, like, हम data analysis भी करेंगे using Numpy pandas library. And there is also matplot and seaborn library, which I will cover in the next session, which is for data visualization. So there are some steps in machine learning model. So if I just write in steps in machine learning pipeline, let me see if I get some chart. uh, yeah, so okay, there is not a good chart as of now. Okay, so yes, this we can use. So first one is data ingestion. Data ingestion is just we are adding the data, okay, and then is data validation, like we are validating the data means, okay, this is some internal step. This is mainly like uh, we are having the correct data according to our problem statement. And then data pre-processing, like in data pre-processing we do data like we pre-process the data means we remove the null values, we fix the structure of the data, like जो कंप्यूटर में कैलकुलेशंस होती है it is in binary. And the calculation happen like normally calculation happens in numbers, not in text. like हम दो string को multiply नहीं कर सकते, right, but we can multiply two numbers. So in data processing pre-processing step we convert those strings, those text to certain numbers, we map them to some certain numbers, then we do the model training. Okay, okay, so there are some steps missing. I will provide a flow chart after it. So yeah, data collection, data preparation. Yes, data preparation includes a lot of things: transformation, data cleaning, normalization, feature engineering, and there is one main thing, EDA. If I just search EDA, okay, EDA, yeah, exploratory data analysis. So EDA is getting analysis, getting insights from the data. So this is the major step which we all have to do while creating a machine learning model. Or like if you go into if you pursue like data analytics or data science in future in your career, then you have to do EDA a lot. So yes, in EDA what we do, like we analyze the data like in various manners, like descriptive analysis, like how is the data, like how many rows are there, what is the structure of the data and everything. And we also like find the missing values and impute them, like treat those missing values, the nan values. Like sometimes we have some nan values and sometimes we don't have nan values, but let's say there are some important features. Let's say we are predicting the price of a house, and in predicting the house price we have two features, that is the width of the plot area and the like breadth. Okay, so length and breadth if we have. So let's say there are some missing values in length column, we cannot compute the area, or the we cannot compute the area without the length, right? So this is some missing value and we have to fix them, we have to treat them. So there are certain ways I will be explaining, I will be telling you all those ways. And then identification of atypical data which is not needed and which is some of different types. Then correlation, this is the data analysis part only. So yeah, handling outliers, which is the main thing, like as you have done in stats 1, the IQR, like the percentile which we learned about in stats 1. Based on that we will find the outliers. So yes, the EDA is the most important thing which we will do, like which you all have to do even in the MLP project. Okay, so EDA is the complete data analysis and all thing. EDA we can do with the help of Numpy, Pandas, Matplotlib and Seaborn. These are the major 4 libraries which are being used in industry. There are also other many libraries, PySpark and other like so like they are just some another variant, or like they are just like Numpy and Pandas, but Pandas and Numpy is mainly majorly used by the industry. So yes, we are using them. So let's start with the Numpy library. So for Numpy, like let me use I have created a basic tutorial. So yes, uh, numpy tutorial is here. So to use numpy library, okay, numpy's library is a mathematical library, like it is used for computation, for linear algebra mainly. So all the matrix calculations and vectors, dot products, finding eigenvalues, eigenvectors and everything, we can do this via numpy library. Okay, so to use numpy, like in Jupyter notebook, in Kaggle and in Google Colab, we have numpy installed, pre-installed. And if you are using numpy locally, so in terminal, in your like in your Windows or in your command, in your window, if you are in Windows, in your command prompt or in your terminal, you can install numpy via pip. So pip install numpy, like make sure you have pip and python installed. After that, you just have to write this command, pip install numpy, and hit enter. It will install the numpy library. So I have already installed, so it is saying requirement already satisfied. After installing, to use numpy, we will do import numpy as np. And after that, like to check the version of numpy, so np is just an alias, another name for numpy we are assigning, a shorthand name. So np dot underscore underscore version will show us the version. So if I run it, I can run it by shift enter. So it is giving me 1.26.4. This is the numpy version which we are using. So इन numpy ओके गाइस, अगर थोड़ा सा भी आपको लाइक सेशन लगेगा कि लेक्चर में ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा है, बोरिंग हो रहा है कुछ भी, सो यू कैन इंटरप्ट इन बिटवीन. एंड ऑफ कोर्स लाइक कोई भी अगर आपको डाउट है, आप बीच में पूछ सकते हो, नो हेजिटेशन, लाइक यू कैन, देर इज़ नो थिंग लाइक यू हैव टू रेज योर हैंड्स एंड वेट फॉर सम टाइम. यू कैन जस्ट डायरेक्टली आस्क, इंटरप्ट इन बिटवीन. एंड ओके, कितने लोगों के पास कैगल अकाउंट है इस टाइम?
I have.
ओके, आई कैन शेयर द, या okay, so I will make it public, but yeah, I have to save it, so I can add collaborators also, I guess. Notebook save.
Parampreet,
Yes.
hello. Why do we want a Kaggle account? To download the data.
No, like I am doing the all the, I will take session mostly in Kaggle, because Kaggle is more efficient than Google Colab, that's why.
Okay.
Like I'm asking, if you want to collaborate, you can also just like in Google Colab, but I guess
Okay.
there is no way I'm finding it right now. So yes, don't worry, I will share this notebook as a PDF format in the groups, okay, as well as I will link it in the description.
When you're doing in this, we can simultaneously do it in collab, right?
Yes, of course, the code is similar, there's nothing changed, the platform is different only.
Okay, fine.
So yes, okay, where was I? Yeah, okay, I will share this notebook as well. So in numpy, like okay, basically, like let's first do I have one note? No, not right now. So whiteboard, let's see if I can get a whiteboard. Yeah, yeah, it is working. So yeah, can you all see this whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So numpy is a like mathematical library for doing the mathematical computations, the linear algebra and all. In numpy we have different data structures, like we have mainly an array. Array is the data structure we have. Array is same as list, so there is some difference in array. Like the numpy array is very efficient, like the list is not as much as efficient as array. And okay, just a second guys. So it is efficient, and the array is like we can only store data of one data type. So one data type, like the elements of one data type in an array. So like in Python we can create lists like 1 2 3.5 or hello, something like this, right? But in NumPy we cannot create array with like this. We can only create array of like one data type. If we include like if we do 1 2 3.5, then the array type will be a float because of this 3.5. This 1 and 2 will be 1.0 and 2.0. So I'll show you a sample also in code, no worries. So like we have various things like data structures which we will be use, like some mathematical notations also. Let me just give you a clearance. So array we can call it as a vector also. So 1D okay, so a 1D vector or 1D array is like this: 1 2 3 4, okay. And a 2D array is like matrix, so it's like 1 2 and okay 3 4. So this is a 2D array, and we can create some more like ND array also. There is no limit like something like that. So a single number, as we know, is a scalar. So like if I write 10, it is a scalar. Okay, so 10 is a sorry, like 10 is a scalar, and this is a like vector we can say, and this we can say a matrix, right? In mathematics we have these notations basically, right?
Yes.
So now like let me just go directly to the code, that will be better. Okay, yes, just a second. So in an array, like to create a NumPy array, this is like a demo I have created. So we use np.array. So np is the NumPy library, and array is a function inside NumPy. So array, and in the like as an argument we have to pass some a list or some a data structure basically, on which the array will be created. So if I pass 1 2 3 4 5, this is a list which I am passing, right? This is a normal Python list, okay. Like if I just create this here, and yeah, in notebook also the last cell, if we just execute, it will work as a like the interpreter, the Python default interpreter, as like here I'll get the value, so I don't need to use the print statement again and again, okay. So this is also a benefit of notebook. So this is a list. I'll also like print the type of L. So here you can see this is a list type, and if I pass on the list here directly L, and I will assign this array NumPy array to A. So now if I run it, I'll get an array A, which is having these elements 1 2 3 4 5. So this is a way of creating an array. There is, let me create one more array, np.array. I can also create array via tuples, okay. So this is array created via a tuple, which is the tuple containing these three values. So it is not like if you pass a list you will get this square brackets, and if you create tuple you will get this round brackets. No, it is like this basic notation in NumPy is this array. First of all the array will be shown, and after that the arguments. If I print it, then I'll get this the array directly, okay. and there is no comma also, so the space separated elements will be space separated. Okay. Yeah. After that, like creating the numpy array, so there are various attributes of an array, like to know what is the dimension of the array, how many element it is having, uh, like what is the size of the array, and what is the size of each element in array. So as I told you, we cannot create array of like different data types. Like if I try to create np.array 1 hello, this is just 2. So okay. Yeah. So here you will see, okay, I have created this array. So it is having a data type which is u21. So u21, it's like a coming under a unicode, it is not of a normal, like this data type of this array will be a integer, and obviously this also. So it is of some different data types, and we cannot do calculations on this. So if I like go further, we have a shape attribute in array. So if I do a dot shape here, a dot shape, with shape I'll get like how many element it is containing in each dimension. So here we have a single, like a 1D array, that is this. Let me just print the array again here. So this is having just, this is a 1D array, it is having data in one dimensional only, so that's why it is just one element in a tuple, and that element is having the number of items in that dimension, in that specific dimension. So this is the sample. If I like create a array and like a matrix, let's say 1 2 3 4. So in fact 3 by 2 matrix, let me create 4. So if I run this, so I am getting this array, so you can see it is all auto formatted. So this is also like a clear visualization of the array. If I print it also, this is how I'll get the output. And if I see m dot shape, what I'll get is 2 comma 3. So 2 is the number of rows, like the first, like the outermost value, the dimension of outermost value. Okay, so if there is only one dimension, I'll getting the uh, directly the number of elements in that dimension only. And so like in this array I am having two sub arrays, so that's why I'm getting 2 here, which is we can also call as rows in matrix. And then we have like in each row we have 3 elements, so we can so the shape is 2 comma 3, that is 2 rows and 3 columns. So this is like how you can get the shape of an array. So after that we have the d type attribute. D type is for getting the data type. So if I do a dot d type, I am having int 64 here. So there are like various data types, int 8, int 64, int 32, something like that. There are also float data types also. If I create some array, let's say x is equal to np array 1.2 3.5, what do you think, what will be the data type of this?
Float.
Yes, so this will be float. Okay, sorry, I wrote a. Yeah, so this will be float, and float 64. 64 is like just we have uh, a limit, like we have int 32, int 64, or int 8. Like if you have ever did programming in a low level language, we have a range of values in a like certain data type. So int long also we have in C, like int long, float,
Short
double.
int, long int, and
Yes,
all like that, right?
yes, exactly, like that. So that is why float 64 is here. Also I can change the data type here also. If I just do data type equals, so if I just set as int is the default data type of Python, right? So if I like print the array also, okay, I'll do one thing at a time here. So So I am assigning the data type as int, and I am printing this array. So you can see the values, like the values after the decimal are vanished. So I am getting 1 comma 3, like 1 and 3, these two elements only, right? So this is how I can define the data type. And if I now do extra d type, I'll get int64, like normally Python uses the int64 internal. So I can also give specific data types from numpy, like just I have to write np, then dot, after that I have to pass the data type. So if I do int 8 and run it, I will again get the same thing, 1 or 3, but now it is of int 8, not int 64. So here you can see, so 8 has a certain range limit, like int 8 has a certain like it is a short int.
Storage,
Yes,
right?
yes, storage. Like it can only store a certain range of numbers, like a limit of numbers. After that, if we have to store more than the limit, then we have to upgrade the data type, like to int 16, int 32, int 64, like that. So this is how we can also define the data type also. So if I do float 16, so here you can see, so in float we have the precision values also. So yes, if you having like if you are storing the value of pi, okay, let me import from math, import pi. So if I do here pi, I am having this value, right? Let me add it here. Okay, and okay, yeah. So the data type is float 16. uh, okay, I guess there is a float 8 also, I don't know. Let me run it. So I am getting attribute, okay, numpy has no attribute float 8 as a float 8. If I do float 16, I am getting 3.14. If I like print, okay, this is the slicing, I am not there. So this is the 3.14 value which I am getting. So it is storing a certain limit of range only. So like I can also store the complete precision value also, like float 64 we are having. Or if I just remove the data type, it will automatically detect which data type is better for this type of array. So here you can see I am now getting 3.141 like 141,59265. So now I am getting a bigger value of like the pi. So the more the bigger the value of the data type, like the bigger the data type, the more uh, like uh, ओके दर उतना ही बड़ा नंबर हम स्टोर कर पाएंगे. सो डैट इज़ द थिंग. आप लोगों को इतना क्लियर है बेसिक, लाइक हाउ टू क्रिएट एरेज एंड व्हाट इज़ द डेटा टाइप एंड व्हाट इज़ शेप एट्रीब्यूट. एंड अगर किसी को भी कोई डाउट है, यू कैन जस्ट डायरेक्टली इंटरप्ट इन बिटवीन. So yes, there is also one thing called endim. Endim is the dimension of the attribute. If I run it here, a
Excuse
dot
me,
endim, yes.
I started watching the lectures and they are doing Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing NumPy first?
Okay, so pandas is based on numpy only. And one more thing, whenever, like when we use the, like when we do the data manipulation, like the matrix multiplication in machine learning, of course we will do in pandas only, but the underlying library which is being used in pandas is numpy. Okay, so like that's why I'm just clearing your basics. That's why I'm doing the numpy. I can also start directly with the pandas, but then you will in pandas all. Oh, if we like अगर हम pandas में देखें ना, so in pandas we have a lot of features in a like single data frame or series. बट हम डेटा फ्रेम और सीरीज से पहले आई वांट कि आप लोग को मैट्रिक्स और लाइक इन सब के बारे में क्लैरिटी हो जाए, डी टाइप, एंडिम एंड ऑल दिस. वी कैन ऑल्सो यूज दिस एंडिम एंड डी टाइप इन डेटा फ्रेम एंड सीरीज ऑल्सो. सो
Okay,
दैट्स व्हाई. एंड जितनी भी कैलकुलेशन विच यू विल डू, इट विल बी ऑन numpy only. So a dot ending, I'll get the dimension as like a dot shape is this 5 comma 1, so this is a tuple. So if I print the type a dot shape, it is a tuple. Okay, so because like obviously the shape does not modify the shape, we cannot modify the shape, right? So yeah, arrays are also immutable. uh, like we can change the values, but we cannot like change the structure itself. We will get a new array instead. So yes, now I have a different array also. Okay, I guess m, yeah, m. So in m dot shape what I had was 2 comma 3, right? So what will be the dimension? What do you like you think? What will be the dimension of this m? uh, like I have this shape 2 comma 3. Anybody, any guess?
Dimension is number of elements, is it?
I think two.
uh, Dimension is the like dimension of array. Yeah, it is 2. Like uh, basically the outer dimension also only. And if we like create a 3D array, like dimension of an array, okay, how can I explain? uh, like how deep the array is, you can say. Like the normal a is just a single, like it has only elements direct, it has the elements directly, so there is like only one a is 1D. If I print here, so it is a one dimensional array, matrix is of 2 dimension, and then we have like 3 dimensional arrays also. So yes, it is a 2D array, so that's why we are having dimension as 2. So I can also like have any nd array also. Like if I do this np dot array, so here like you can see 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, this I have created. If I print it, you will see this is a lot. If I do x dot shape, what do you think I'll get? Any guesses? Anybody? Okay, 2 comma 2. Anybody else? 3 comma 2. So if I just run it, I'll get 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2. Now like you will be like, what is this happening? What exactly is happening? If I print it, okay, this is the like outer array is this. So outer array is containing only one list, right? So this one I'll get from here, this is the one. Okay, and inside that list we have only one list, so that's why the one is here. Okay, and in that list, this list I am having two lists, so this is here, so it is a 4D array, and in those two lists I have these two arrays. So if I like increase the number of values here, 2 3 4 5, now what do you think, what will be the shape? Any 1 comma 1 comma 4 comma 4. Okay, anybody else? Okay, so it will be 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 4. Okay, let me run it first. Yeah, so yes, 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 4. So how? Okay, let me just give you the overview. So x of 0, what is the x of 0? This if I print it, I'll not get this array notation. So x of 0 is this, right? So this is I have like I am having only one element in the outermost dimension, right? So that's why 1 comes from here. If I do the nested indexing, so x0 of 0, so this is the second like this is the second dimension. So this is the first dimension, this is the second dimension, this is also having like only one list, there's only one list, that's why I'm getting this. Now yeah, so it is having two lists, so that's why 2 is here. and after that in each list I am having 4 elements, that's why 4 is here. Like it is a 4D array. Now if I do okay, now if I do x dot endim, what do you think what I'll get? Any guesses? Yes, 4. Anybody else? Any guesses? Like 4, 3, 2, or any larger number also? Okay, 4. Yes, it will be 4. It is a 4D array. So as I said, like we can create nd arrays because we will having nd data. Like in pandas, when we use a lot of, like there will be a lot of dimension. The data frame is generally of like it is generally 2D, but like we can have a nd data also. So that's we can create an nd array. So I just want to give you an example that we cannot just limit our arrays just to 2 dimensions only. So this is the nd, and there is another thing called size. So what size is? Size tells us how many elements we are having in that. So if I do a dot size, a is having 5 elements, that's why I'm getting 5. Okay. Now m is this. What will be the size of m? Any guesses? 2. Okay. 6, because the number of elements. So it will go deeper into deeper. So it will count at the like to the nested element. So similar to this, if I like the x I am having the 4D array, what do you think the size of this will be? Size basically is the number of element it is containing at the like root level. Yeah, 8. It will be 8.
8.
And then we have item size. So as the name suggests, item size of each item. Okay. So a dot item size will be 8. So because the data type of this is okay, not z, this is a. So data type is int64. So every integer like is using 8 bytes in our memory. Okay. So if I do like a dot size into a dot item size, I'll get the total amount of memory it is using. Okay. So the size is 4. Like if I run here, the size is 5. So 5 into 8, 8 5s are 40. So this is what I am getting here. So this is like total amount of memory A is storing. So that's why it is very efficient compared to a list. List is not that much efficient. So yes, item size is this, and like if I also have that float array, right? Okay. Yeah, if I like, let's say create a simple array, I'll just create directly np dot array 1 comma 2 2 comma 3, and I will pass the data type as let's say np dot int 8. Okay. And let me store it array underscore. So this is my array. If I print it, okay, sorry, I have to keep it in a nested list. So the data type is integer 8. Okay, first of all tell me what is the size of this array.
4.
Yeah, 4. Size is 4. What is wait,
Item size will be
yeah,
32, is it?
okay, I guess yes, 32. So now what is the dimension of this? Okay, first shape. What is the shape of this array?
2 comma 2.
Right, 2 comma 2. And what will be the dimension of this endim?
Dimension is 2.
Yeah, right. So dimension is also like, if you know the shape, then you know the dimension. Dimension is the length of the shape also, you can say. Okay. So shape will show like how many elements we are having in each dimension. Okay, the shape will show how many elements we are having in each dimension, and the end name is like total number of dimensions. So the item size, now what I'll do, array underscore item size, so it is 1. So see, it is very efficient, integer of 8. If I am having a certain range of values like uh, from 1 to 128, if the values are in this range only, then integer 8 is very efficient compared to integer 32 or integer 64, right? So if I compute the complete size of this array dot item size into array underscore dot size, what I'll get is 4. So it is just taking 4 bytes in our memory, in our RAM. So you can see it is how much efficient is it. 4 elements, 4 bytes. So if you are having
Hello.
1000 elements, just 1000 bytes. Yes, bro.
Hello.
Yes.
Could you again repeat what is the meaning of size and item size?
Okay, size is basically like the number of elements we are having in the like in the deepest level at the end, very end. Okay, so we are having 2 elements here and 2 elements here, like in the nested list.
Yeah.
So x, like in x we are having it is a 4D array, but at the deep, at the root level, we are having 8 elements, like 4 in this, 4 in this. Okay, and item sizes, size, each element is occupying the memory, the byte, like number of bytes each element is occupying in a RAM. Okay, so item
Okay.
size is this. So as the data
So
type,
how it is item size different in integer 8 and 64?
yeah, so there is a certain limit in integer 8. If I set it to, like, let's say this much big number, 1 2 3 4 5 6, or let's say I'll add some more. Okay, if I run it, I'll get a value error. Setting an array element with the sequence, the requested array has an inhomogeneous shape. Okay, so if the shape is not equal, yeah. Now if I run it, see, I am getting a warning also, because it is converting it as the data type. I have set it to int 8, right? So there is a
Yeah.
certain limit of data types we can store in integer 8. So if I go to int 8 limit, so I can only store data like I can store numbers between the range minus 128 to 127. So if I add any number above that, so you can see the number is very big, right? So that will be like modulus with the upper limit, and I'll get minus 46, which is ambiguous, right? It is not the actual
Yeah.
value which I am adding. So that's why size matters here. Like if I do just 1 to 8, so 127 is the limit, I am getting minus 128. If I do 129, I'll get minus 127. So I can only set up to minus 127. So that's why I have to show this. Like if we are uh, providing a data type, like a separate data type, we make sure that we are having those values, like the values will be uh, like they are abiding the data type. Okay, they are under the
But
range limit.
if we don't give this int d type, then
Mhm.
what does it take by default?
By default it will take the like highest value.
Int 64, is it?
Yes, int 64, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I just write this number, what do you think I'll get? Like as the array underscore d type, what will be the data type,
Int 64.
right? So in 64 there is also, like, I guess int 128 also is there, I think, if I add the number big.
Oh, depending on the value given, it will automatically allocate.
Right. Okay, data type is O. Okay, okay. So yeah, there is a certain limit. Yeah, so after that there is a data type O. Like O is object, it is treating it as object, not a number. So after a certain limit, there are like various libraries also in which we can have more, but in 64 is already like it will automatically contain a like a
when you
wide
gave
range
int
of
8, you gave int 8, and that item size, how did it come 1?
yeah. So for int 8, it is a single 8-bit integer. So like in a byte we have 8 bits, right?
Yeah.
So that's why the like in integer 8, so 8 is basically the number of bytes, we can say. So int 8, it is storing the number of bits, sorry, not the
Bits,
bytes,
yeah,
yeah.
bits, yeah.
So that's why it is only each element is only occupying 1 byte. So that's why I'm getting 1 as the item size. So if I do int 16 here, I'll get 2 as the item size, uh, because
Okay.
there are like
So it is
16
yeah,
bits, we
so
have 2.
basically it is equally allotting the space to each element.
Right, right. So this is the basics of NumPy. I hope you all got it. uh, is anybody having any doubt, anything? um, okay, I think not. So yes, let me just cover up all this in a very like fast way. So like as we do normal dot product is multiplying all the elements and then summing up the result, right? So the dot product of this will be like as provided here, 32. If I normally in Python we can do dot product like this, like we have to iterate over both of the list and we have to multiply each element and then we have to add the result in the variable. So I am getting dot product as 32, but in NumPy we have two ways mainly. First way is like if I define this like two arrays based on this, I have this np dot dot, okay, dot which will give us the dot uh, dot product of these two arrays or the two vectors, if I say so. Dot product here, and in case of matrix we will get the like obviously dot product of the matrix at like for all rows, for all columns, we will get a final result. So after that there is also another way using at the rate, okay. A1 at the rate A2. In np.2 we are passing these two arrays, right? So we can either do in this way, or we can either do the dot product in this way. So this is also same as this, there is no huge difference, okay. So dot product, this will be like very need, which will it we will need this, that's why. So yeah, after it multi-dimensional array I have already explained it to you. Yeah, now comes the indexing part. So this is if a of 0 I'll get this, right? A is this 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, it is a 2D array, right? A of 0 is this, and now if I want 2, what I'll do is a of 0 of 1, right? Now there is another way. There is a like multi-dimensional slicing in NumPy, which is being followed by pandas as well, okay. So if for this I'll just pass on the like 0 comma 1. I don't have to write individual square brackets again and again. If I do this I'll get the same result, and this is also works for negative indexing also. If -1 if I do, I'll get 3. So yes, if I do here also -1, I will get 6, because the -1 is like this is the last row and this is the last element, so that's why -1 I'll get 6. This is similar to a of -1 of -1, this, okay. And as we have created that array, now what I have, okay, like to get this 5, what will be my like normal slicing will be, what will be my normal slicing?
X of 1,
Yeah, first x of 1,
1.
no, not x of 1, first x of 0, because this is the 0th element, right? After that again 0 for accessing this. After that I'll do 1, so 0 0 1. I will get this, and now to access 5 I will either do 3, or I
3.
will either do -1, right?
Yeah.
So now to do the same thing in this type of indexing, I'll do this -1, I'll get 5. So yes, this is more readable, this is more concise than this type of indexing, right? So you will get familiar with this indexing, like you will use this a lot in pandas, so no worries. Yeah, this is like just to give you an assurance, both are same, it is not giving some any other value. Yes, so the slicing also works the same way. Okay, let's say if I have a is this, I want all, like I want the value of like I want all the numbers in the first column, that is 1 and 4. What I'll do normally, I'll do this a of 0 of 0 and a of 0 of 1, oh sorry, a of 1 of 0, right? So this 0 is this array, and then this 0 is this element, and then this 1 is the second array, and this last 0 is this 4. So I'll get the first column, right? The same,
Yeah.
like if let's say I have 1000 let's say like rows, then what I have to do, I have to just copy paste it again and again like this, right? And I have to change the indexing of the rows. But rather what I can do is I can select all the rows. Okay, so okay, like as we do in list, like do I have list here? Okay, uh, okay, there is like some issue, should I, let me reload it. um I guess there's some like bug occurs, that's why. So yeah, let me just rerun all these ones, so I'll have my values again. Yeah, so I was here after the multi-indexing, I have here at slicing. So to access the first column, okay, normally in list 1, let's say this is the list 1. So to access the list, like this will return the complete list, right? This slicing, like just providing the colon. I can also do the slicing here, like 0 to 2, I'll get only the first two elements, right? If I just do 0 to this, like there is no end, then I'll get all the elements from the 0. So this is the normal list slicing as we do. And if I remove all like the start and stop, I'll get the complete list, right? So this is clear.
Yeah.
And there is also like a step, like if I pass on 2, I'll get every second element. So like 1 and 3, like the first I'll get, and if I so this is like, okay, I have this a, right? Okay, this is a multi-dimensional array, so a2, yeah. So this no, let me create another yeah, a is here now. So okay, let me create one more array, np dot array 1 comma 2 3 4 5 6. So this is my array x, and if I want all the like values at odd index, okay, even index first, if we do I can do like this. So this is the 0, this is the second, this is the uh, fourth index, not the element, the index I am talking about. Okay, so 1 3 5 are at even index, like on even, these are on even index, not on odd index, right? So if I want even like elements which are on odd index, what I'll do is I'll just write the 2 here and 1 here, like I'll start from the second element. The second is the first like this is the 0. At 0 index I have 1, at first index I have 2, at second index I have 3, and so on and so forth, right? So this is our array, and I'm starting from 1. If I like remove the step here, I'll get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just ignoring the first element from here. Now I'm just doing the same thing. I'm doing the step as 2. So now I'll get all the elements at odd index. Okay, so this is the normal indexing, like this is the slicing which we do. And if I do this x colon current, simply I'll get complete row, like the complete array. So yeah, I was at, like if I want to, okay, this is my array A. If I want this column, the first column, what I'll do is I can do, there are like two ways. The first one is this, like to get all the rows, then to get the first column. Okay, so yeah, okay, not this way. This is like, it's a complete copy I am getting, like this, and after that I am getting having this first second row at the first index. So if I want the first column, using the multi slicing, what I can do is, first this is the rows, like okay, हम ऐसे करके हम एक वैल्यू ले पा रहे थे, राइट? वी कैन गेट द वैल्यूज लाइक दिस, like first we will pass the row, then we will pass the column, index of the column of the value which we want. So the 1 is here, the second list, and the 2 is here for the last element, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now to like, now in similar way, in this is the indexing which we are doing. Now if I do the slicing here, like I'll just this says that I am selecting all the rows, okay? And now second thing, I want only the first column. So what if I type 0 here, I'll get 1 comma 4. Now if I type like 1 here, I'll get 2, 2 and 5. So 2 comma 5, this is the second column, and so on and so forth. 2, if I do here like 1 to this, so I'll skip the first column and I'll get rest of the columns. So this is how I can do multi-dimensional slicing, okay, in NumPy. So this is very efficient now, and as I said, we will do this in pandas also. So this is an example. If you want all rows of a like specific column, if we want all the rows of second column, we can do this. If we want all columns of a specific row, we will do this, like the first row I'll get all the columns. Yeah, so this is the negative slicing. So now another thing, Boolean indexing, okay, it is important as we do in pandas also for conditional. So in Boolean indexing we have this array here, and if I like, I want all the elements which are having values greater than, let's say 3. There I have 2, so let's say I'll do 3. So I'll get this kind of some index values as an array, where the false will show like which does not satisfy this condition, and the true represents which element satisfy this condition, okay? So I am getting this. Now let's suppose I want these 3 values which are all the values which are satisfying this condition. What I can do is I can just simply copy it and wrap up it in the index of this like array. Mainly like from A we can access the element, right? So there is a concept of Boolean indexing in NumPy. So I am getting this Boolean array which is showing me false, 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 true, true, true. So only true elements I will get, elements which are having index as true. So if I run it, I'll get 4, 5, 6. If I do let's say a mod 2, so what a mod 2 is, like I'll get all the odd elements, right? So 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 0. So if I do here a mod 2, Okay, I am getting the duplicate here. If I do, yeah, here I have to check. Okay, I have to give a condition. I am just giving an expression. So this condition will give me like all the even elements in the array. So if I run this, I'll get all the even elements in the array. If I set it to 1, because a mode 2 is like when the remainder will be 1, the elements will be odd. When there will be no remainder, that means the elements are even. So I am getting this as an array. So I can pass anything here. This is just a condition. Okay, so I'll show you like and further what we can also do. So similar to this, we have this function where will also where will result the same thing. um, if I do here a comma 3, I'll get 1 1 1. Okay, using np dot where yeah, um, 0 1 2. Okay, there is something. Okay, let me just remove it. Yeah. So in np dot where like we have to pass basically like yeah, okay, sorry for the noise. Yeah, so just similar to this boolean indexing, we have this function np dot where. In np dot where we have to first pass the condition, then we have to pass the array. Then we are passing this -1 means the values which are not satisfying the condition. I'll replace it with something. So if I run this, I'll get -1 -1 3 4 5 6. If I do is like a greater than 3, I'll get -1 here. I can also do 0 here, or anything np dot nan. Also nan is not a number, so this is a like replacement for the values which are not being satisfied. So it is a required argument. If we do not pass it, we'll get an error. Okay, so it is getting replaced by 2 as I have passed here 2. So the same thing, finding events, I'll pass in the condition first, then I'll pass the array, then I'll replace those values which are not satisfying the condition with 0. So if I run it, I'll get 0 2 0 4 0 6. So this is yeah, there is another thing called fancy indexing. It is like in a 1D fancy indexing is same as the multi-dimensional indexing. So I'm not going into this because you will get confused if like, as there will be so much now. Yeah, argware, you can also ignore that stuff. Now like an important thing, transpose. So if we have a array this, so what is a transpose of a matrix or a vector like this? All the rows will be replaced to columns and all the columns will be replaced to rows, right? Transpose of some element, some array or some matrix is this. So if I do the shape here, a dot shape is 2 3, right? If I want the transpose of this array, means I want like these as rows 1 4 2 5 and 3 6 as rows, and these two columns. So what I do is just use a dot t, t in capital, not in small, and if I run it, I'll get the transpose of this array. So the transpose is all like the transpose will be calculated at the initialization of the array only. Okay, so this is not a function like we are calling, we are just this is an attribute just as a shape. So we will getting a transposed array. So if I write transposed a, okay, and if I get C, will get the transpose of the A, and what will be the shape of this? Anybody can tell me? Can anybody tell me the shape of this? 3 2, right? So yes, 3 2 will be the shape because there will be 3 rows and 2 columns. So yes, okay. Now there are some special functions. uh, First one is like we have this array. This is the diagonal. What diagonal does is np.diag, it gives us the diagonal of the array. So here I'll get 1 comma 5 as there are only two diagonals. So diagonals are those which are like the same index in row and the same index in column. Okay, there uh, and if I do the diagonal in a dot t, I'll get 1 comma yeah, diagonal will be same obviously, 1 comma 5. If I let me use a matrix here for okay, let me create a matrix np dot array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is a matrix I am having. If I do the np dot diag m, I'll get the diagonal of this matrix 1 comma 5 comma 9, and the transpose I will get like yeah, 1 comma 5 the same, because the diagonals will be same, there will be no difference if we transpose the array, right? So that's why uh, diagonal of diagonal, I'll get the array in the same shape, like the shape in which it was. So if I do m, I'll get the diagonal and the rest of as zeros. So this is just you can ignore it also, no need of this. After that, yeah, some important functions. A range is like similar to range. If I do list range of 5, okay, not 50, 5 is enough. So I'll get 0 1 2 3 4 5, right? So np dot a range will give me the same result as it works as same, it works similar to the range function in Python. So it will give me the array of this, and I can also pass on the like different values also, like np dot a range 1 comma 5. So 1 is the start and 5 is the stop. Obviously stop is not included, stop till stop minus 1 will get. And there is also step value also, so I'll get all the odd here. What if I want to get all the even elements? What parameter should I change? If I want the even elements here from 1 to 10, which parameter should I change? Can anybody tell me? Last. And what should be the value of that last parameter? 1. Normally the step is 1, right? So yes, it is not. Yeah, first 0,
It should
right,
be from 0.
right, from 0. So I'll get all the even elements. So yes, this is the same as range function in Python. Okay, there is no difference in this. Yes, and I'll get an array from it. Generally the range in Python give me a range and I have to typecast it to list or tuple or something like that. But normally in np.arange I'll get the array. Now the most important function, even if आप सब भी भूल जाओगे ना shape, okay, shape मत भूलना, like size, item size and all the stuff. Reshape is the most important thing. Okay, if I do the a is this array. Okay, if I do a dot reshape, and I can pass anything, I can pass a tuple, I can pass a list. So in reshape what I have to pass, like generally like I have to reshape this array. So okay, I don't know whether the same example will work here. Yeah, it cannot yeah. So to reshape we have to like make sure the values, like reshaping an array means we are changing the dimension basically. Okay, if I want to reshape this 2D array, like this 2 into 3 array into 3 into 2, okay, what I'll do is I'll just pass a tuple of 3 into 2 and I'll get this. Or you can also say this is a transpose. Okay, what if I want all the elements in a single list? What can I do? Can anybody tell me? Okay, let me clear this. This 3 means the number of the outer
1
elements.
comma 6. 1 comma 6. 6.
Okay, 1,6. Any other? Anyone else? 1,0. No. Okay, so there is like a rule in reshape. We have to pass the sum of all the numbers which we are passing, like the sum of the array or the sum of the tuple which we are passing should be the same as the size of the array. Okay, so if I pass 1,2, I'll get the value error. Cannot reshape array of size 6 into 1,2.
It should be 1 comma 5, is it?
No, not 1,5. Okay, sorry, not the sum. Like, sorry. If we multiply those values, we'll get the size.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So then it's 1 comma 6.
Okay, 1,6. I'll get just one D array, but I want all the elements in a single list. Like I want
It should be a single one-dimensional array, is it?
yeah, it is a one-dimensional array, but it is a two-dimensional array instead,
Mm.
because the
Yeah.
outer array is this, and I can obviously get it to one-dimensional array. Okay, not like this. Yeah, okay. Sorry, मैं वहाँ पे चला गया. Yeah, if I just do here, okay, 6, yes, 6 comma also works. Yeah, if I just write the 6 comma, I'll get the 1D array. Okay, if I write 1 comma 6, I'll get a 2D array in which the first there will be a one list like this one here, and then I'll get this. Like I can also do this 1 comma 2 comma 3. What do you think I'll get? What will be the result? Anybody knows? Like, can anybody tell me? Okay, no problem. uh, so well, it will be the same as this only. Yeah, 2D list, right? So this is same as this. How? The outer list is of one dimensional, the second is the like of two dimension. So, like there are two lists here, and in okay, so this is the first, this is the one here. Okay, in one list we have two sublists, so these are the two sublists, one this one and this one, and in each sublist I have three elements. So in 3 I cannot divide it into an equal, that's why, yeah, it is a 3D array, right? So I cannot divide it further, rest I will do. Yeah, so my main question was like, okay, first I'll 3 comma 2, I'll add it as a sample here. Okay, rest these I guess we don't need. Yeah, so yeah, a dot reshape. In reshape, if I pass okay, let's say -1 -1 -1, what do you think? Will I get an error? Anything you can say, error or any output. What will be the output of this? 6. Okay, if I run it, yes, can only specify one on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, unknown dimension. Okay, let's say if I want, this is my main array, right? A is my main array, and I want each element in a list, like 1 in a list, 2 in a list, 3 in a list. So what I can do is 1 comma 6 comma 1. I'll get this 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. This is what I was asking at first. Okay, I can also do this, so I'll get that was the 3D list, and now it is 2D list. So like all the 6 elements, like there will be 6 rows, and in each row I'll have one element. Okay, so this is stating this, and if I do the shape, what will be the shape of this? Does anybody know? Shape आपके सामने है वैसे, if you can see. Yes, 6 comma 1, right? And what will be the dimension? डायमेंशन भी आई गेस आप लोगों को पता होगी. 6, 2, 2. Okay, two different answers. So yes, 2, क्योंकि it is a 2D array, it is not a 6D array, so that's why. आई होप आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा अच्छा लग रहा होगा. Like you are getting clarity with it, you are getting familiar with it, I hope. Yes. So np.new access, this you can ignore, this is some advanced stuff. np.concatenate, yeah, this is something. So I have, let's say, these two arrays. This is 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6. Okay, आज का पूरा सेशन उसी पे चला गया है, numpy पे. बट आई एम 100% श्योर आपके जो बेसिक्स है ना, इट विल बी वेरी क्लियर फॉर द पांडास. In pandas we have to do a lot of indexing, a lot of, like, we will use a lot of slicing, indexing, everything. So this is the 1, 2 and 3, 4, like a is this and b is this array. Okay. And I want to like add these two arrays. So what I can do is use np.concatenate. I can okay, I forgot about the operations. So this is my a, right? Let's say if I want to multiply each element with 2. Okay, what I'll do is just a into 2, I'll get the multiple of 2. Okay, if I want to add 2 in each element, or let's say if I want to add 5 in each element, I'll just do a plus 5, I'll get a new array with the expression. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, because this is the main array. I'm adding 5 in each element. So this is also known as broadcasting. Like we are just multiplying it with one scalar. If I there is also, like, if I do a plus 1, 2, what do you think? What will be my output? Anybody knows? Add one row. Okay. Anybody else?
3/2 array will.
Okay. So 1 plus 1, 2, this array will be added to all the arrays. Yeah. So 2, 4, 4, 6, right? Because so yes, obviously I cannot multiply. Okay, this thing is being multiplied with directly. Yeah, the similar to matrix multiplication. I was saying in a different way, like I cannot multiply the values directly. Yeah. So this is for adding an array. So like this is for adding the array. If I want to add this array in this array as an individual element, I have to use np.concatenate method. Okay, in concatenate I have to pass those array which I have to join basically, and I have to provide an axis. Axis is like on which on based on rows I want to add, or based on like I want to add another column or another row. So if I let me just print a comma b once. So a is this and b is this. If I do this, I'll get this. If I yeah, so the 5, 6 will be added here as an new element, a new list. Okay, I can also add it as a column, as it is a 2 by 2. So if I add it as a column, I'll get 1, 2, 5 and 3, 4, 6. Yeah, include in last position also you can say. Okay, I also have to, like, I cannot pass the direct thing because the shape need to be same. Like if I like just what will be the shape of this b? Yeah, 1, 2. So if I like and if I do b, t, like I'll get each element in a this, like I'll get this array in a column format, right? and if I want to add B as a column in A, so I want the B should be in a column format, so it should be compatible with the while concatenating. That's why to add as a column I have to transpose it to make it as a column wise array, not a row wise array. So what will be the shape of this? This is the transpose of the normal, yeah, 2 comma 1. So yes, this is how you can do add the column. If provide access as if we do not provide the access, generally the row operation will be like will happen, it will add it as a another row. And if we provide access as none, so it will flatten the array. Flatten the array means like it will make the array as a 1D and add those elements. Okay, so it is a very useful function. With this, especially x is equals to number. And also there's I have this matrix, right? If I do np dot uh, okay, so it was flatten, right? So if I do m dot flatten, I'll get the 1D array of like containing all the elements. So no matter how like how much deep the array is, how many dimensions are there in this. So remember I have this x array. I don't know whether I still have it. No, I don't. So no matter how big the dimension is, I can flatten the array with just this dot flatten function. Okay, this will return a new array. This will does not flatten the m itself. Now two basic things. Okay, this we can skip, add stack and vstack. This is also like kind of adding also array. So broadcasting, broadcasting for like let me define the array first. Array is the I have this array. What is the shape of this? Four comma 2, right? So broadcasting is the same thing which I told you earlier. If I want to multiply each element with 2, I'll like if I multiply it with 2, then each element of the array will be multiplied by 2. And np dot array 2, it is same as this, like this. Okay, a single element is like performs the same function. If I do 1 comma 2, like this, the first column will be multiplied by 1, the second column will be multiplied by 2. Okay, if I do here, I'll get 1357 as same as this, and here I'll get 4 8 12 and 16. So 4 8 12 16, yeah, here, sorry. So and also there's another sample. I hope आप सबको clear हो रहा होगा. Yeah, also minus also we can do same as the plus which I told you. And yes, if I add the array, the elements will be added as this. Yeah, now some additional functions which we will be using in that. A dot sum is to find the sum of all the elements no matter how big the array is. Okay, so there is also like a parameter. Okay, this is so a dot sum. So if I pass 0 here, 0 basically is like I'm passing the axis. So axis is like on which we have to do the operation, on rows or on columns. Okay, so if the array is more than 2D, then axis will also be the bigger, obviously. So axis equals 0 will sum based on the rows. So 1 plus 2, okay, it is the row based sum. So 1 3 and yeah, if I run it, I'll get 4 6 and 3 7. So yeah, this row based operation I am doing. Okay, there is, I guess, I am getting, yeah, the row sum I am getting the 1 3. Okay, this is from the row sum. Yeah, for the row sum I want 1 as the axis, and for the column I want this. So this is the like Yeah, for the this is row sum 1 comma 2 is 3 and 3 comma 4 is 7, and with x is equals to 0 I can get the column sum, and using mean I can I'll get the mean of the array. Similar to that, I'll get the row mean and column mean. Data types I have already explained to you at starting. And yeah, copying an array. So using dot copy method we can copy the array. Like if we do so this is the array A. If like okay, there I must add the example. Yeah, if I do the copy here, if I change yeah, if I change this element to 5, what do you think? Like I am creating two copies, B and C. What do you think? Will there be any change in B and C also? And if yes, if in both, or in B or in C only? Like if I modify some element in A, will the change will be reflected? The change will be reflected in both of these, like B and C, or only C or only B? B. Um, okay. Anybody else?
Only C.
Only C. Okay. So see, on B I am just assigning the same array to another variable. Okay, it is just creating various pointers to the same object. Okay, so B and A are pointing to the same array, whereas on C I am creating a copy. Okay, I am not so copy will create another array in our memory. So if I do a change in my A array, the change will be reflected to the B as well, but not to the C. So as I have done here, if I change this to the 5, it will be reflected in the A. Obviously it will be reflected in B as well, but not in C, because C is a copy created before doing the change. So it is C is a different array. B and A are same array. B and E are just two variables pointing to the same array. So this is the main thing. Yes, so conversion from data structure is yeah, there is also one more thing, np dot zeros. It is a useful method. What zeros will give me, I have to just pass a shape. Like if I have passed this 2 comma 3, I'll get a 0 by a 0 element based array on the in the provided shape. Like this is a 2 comma 3. If I do 3 comma 3, I'll get a 3 by 3 matrix having a 0 element. So I might need this, like when you are doing a matrix multiplication in normally Python, you generally create a sample a matrix, right? A 0 based matrix or something like that. So this is similar to that. You can just create this an empty array like this, uh, and similarly we have np dot ones, and if I just pass 1 comma 2, I'll get this 1 and 1. So I can also do like 5 comma 2, I'll get this. So yes, 1 will give me this, and 0, there will be no 2s, 3s and 4, only two functions, 0s and 1s. Okay, these are some useful functions which you can use. And yeah, np dot full. So what we can do is either we can multiply it with 5 to get the 5, or we can use the np dot full function, in which we will first pass the first we will pass the shape, then we will pass some value which should be replaced, or we can pass the value like same to the one of the shape as a like as an array and pass. Like here I am passing 5 and here I am passing 1 comma 5. So each each element will be replaced by this value. Yeah, I it is a useful method. It is for creating identity matrix. If I do np dot I3, I'll get a 3 by 3 identity matrix, and if I do np I, I'll get a 5 by 5 identity matrix. So it is useful. Yeah, 3 comma 5, I'll get a array. It is like a square array, and it is a non-square array, we can say. linspace, this is a most important function, like which we will be using while generating the data generally. So in linspace, yeah, so in linspace we'll pass start, stop and num. So okay, if I do this 5, so this will be work similar to the range, okay, but it is not same as range. So what it does is it takes some start value and some stop value and some number, like how many values do I need to generate within that range, and these numbers are uniformly distributed, okay. So means the difference will be same, so the difference in 2 and 1, it's kind of a generating a series, you can say, okay. So if I do 10 here, I'll get 10 elements within a range of 1 to 5, and these are uniformly distributed. So you can see 1, 1.444, 1.88, 2.33, 2.7, 3.2, this, and by default nums is 50. So I'll get this, like the precision, you can see the precision will increase as I have a lower range. If I have just 2 here, you can see the ending will be the obviously stop, and the first element will be the start, and within that we'll have a like 50. If I want to generate 10, let's say from 1 to 100, I'll get this. This is equally okay. 1 23. Okay, these it will generate randomly, but these are like equally distributed. It's not like it is okay, it generates samples, not the uniform. For uniform there is a separate function. Linspace will generate like it will be sorted. So sorry, I was confused. It will be sorted, and it will not be uniform, but it will be sorted and within that range only. So if I do the same thing in uniform, np dot uniform, okay, I guess there was uh, random dot uniform, I think I had, yeah, random dot uniform. I'll get this within the range. Obviously this is sampling from the values. So yes, after that random, and this we can ignore, and then this is not needed. Randint, as like we use in Python, we have a random library. Similarly we have randint. This is extra things at split and vsplit. You can also ignore this. Endator is the way to iterate over the arrays. So I have this array 1 5 3 4. If I do np.nditer a, we can iterate through the array, like through the elements, okay. So there are various orders also, like C represents for the like okay, there are certain names. If to get the values, like to know nd np.nditer, I'll just go here. So here yeah, these are the orders. Yeah, so there are various orders. By default the order is C. So like there are different orders. Okay, I don't know the actual reason behind that, but okay, default is K. So means 14. These are the different ways of iterating through the array. So with C we can iterate each element by element on a row basis, and with the help of F we can iterate based on the column basis. And yes, so these are the main things, rest are optional. So this is the NumPy overview. I hope you all had a clarity.
Yes.
Do you guys having like, are you having any doubt, anything? I know, like I have taken the complete session on only on NumPy. I have decided to do in the like pandas also, but there is so much in the NumPy, that's why. Don't worry, I will cover the pandas matplotlib in the next session, because matplotlib is short, we don't have to do a lot. Pandas will contain a lot of those things. So welcome. Do you guys have like having any doubt? No, item size depends upon the data
Please,
type.
I have,
Yes.
yeah, I have doubt. No doubt. Please explain a little more on dimension.
Okay,
Array.
dimensions. So let me create two arrays. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3. In fact, three arrays. Let's say 1 comma 2 2 comma 3 3 comma 4 4 comma 5. Okay, 3 comma 4 will be enough. And array 3, I'll also like let me clear the data type also. Three comma 4. Yeah. Yes. The session is being recorded. Don't worry. NP is not defined. Okay. NP is not defined. Let me. Yeah. Now it will be. So I have created three arrays. Array is this. Okay. Array 2 is this, and array 3 is this. Rather than I'll do on my own, I'll ask like you guys, what will be the shape of my array? This. What will be the shape of this array? Okay, I'll just do it here. What is the shape? Anybody knows?
Plus 3.
Yeah, 1 comma. Normally 3, not 1 comma 3. This is because it is a 1D array. If I do it here, like if I add a bracket here also, then it will be 1 comma 3. Okay, it is just a 1D array. It is not, when you say 1 comma 3, it will become a 2D array. First, like see the array first itself. What do you think? Like just by like देखने से क्या लग रहा है आपको? Is it a 1D or is it a 2D array?
1D.
Yeah. So yes,
अगर दो ब्रैकेट है तो दो स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट है तो 2D.
right. So array dot shape is just 3, which will give me this. So now here, what will be the shape of this array?
3, 2.
Right. 3 comma 2. Okay. And now what will be the shape of this array? I'll come back in 1 minute. Just you can write your answer in this chat box. So 1 comma 2 comma 2. Okay. Anybody else want to speak up like the shape? Guys, 1 comma 1 comma 2. Okay. Okay, मैं आपसे पहले यहाँ से जानता हूँ. How many like list we have here in the selected list? These are two lists, right?
1, 1, 2, 2.
Okay, ठीक है, मैं directly run कर देता हूँ. 2 comma 1 comma 2.
2, 1.
Now you might be wondering what is this. That's why I said like आप पहले देख लो आपके सामने
Oh,
array.
yeah, because
This is the outer list. If I do array of 0, what I'll get? I'll get this sub list. Okay. पहले आप ये array देखो एक बार अच्छे से. So this array is containing two lists. First list here, second list here. Okay, the main array. if I print it, I'll get rid of this round brackets. Now see it clearly, it is containing two list, right? अब बाहर की ब्रैकेट से देखना शुरू करो ओके। पहले बाहर की ब्रैकेट्स देखो, फिर उसके बाद धीरे धीरे अंदर जाओ। आई नो थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता है, बट आपको बहुत आसानी होगी आगे जाके। लाइक द मोर यू प्रैक्टिस द मोर यू विल बी गेट फेमिलियर विद दिस। दिस इज two list here, and in each list I have one list, so that's why I get this one here. And in each list like in the one list I have two elements, that's why
Two
I get 2
elements.
and 2. Yes. Now the shape is clear, so अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं डायमेंशन पे। डायमेंशन इज you can directly say
Two is clear and one. How we will get one?
okay, so these two lists we have, right?
Yeah.
And in each of this list we have one list, this
Okay.
like if I do array of 0, I have this list, this in the list I have a sub list which is containing two lists. I know it is okay, so this is my this first element of array 3. Okay, so I have these two elements in my array 3, and in each of these elements I have a list, a single list which is containing two elements, so that's why the shape is like 2, 1, 2. आई नो थोड़ा सा आपको लग रहा होगा क्या हो रहा है ये, बट आप डायरेक्ट या तो ब्रैकेट्स ही देख लो ना। यहाँ पे कितनी है, 3 ब्रैकेट्स एट द स्टार्टिंग एंड 3 ब्रैकेट्स एट द एंड। तो ये जो है 3D एरे होगा, मतलब इट विल बी अ 3 डायमेंशनल एरे ऑब्वियसली फर्स्ट। देन आप बाहर के ब्रैकेट से काउंट करो, बाहर के ब्रैकेट के बाहर यहाँ पे कितने एलिमेंट्स हैं। यहाँ पे वी हैव 2 एलिमेंट्स ओनली, आफ्टर एक्सक्लूडिंग द आउटर ब्रैकेट्स वी हैव 2 एलिमेंट्स, एंड ईच ऑफ दीज एलिमेंट, रिमेंबर शेप जो है सेम रहेगी, ओवरऑल कॉन्स्टेंट रहेगी। ये नहीं कि ऊपर वाले में 3 हो गए, नीचे वाले में 2 हो गए, नो, इट इज़ नॉट अ वैलिड। and in each of this, like these are 2 elements, and each element we have this list. This is the one which we are getting here. Okay,
Clear. Thank
if I do here I'll get this list, and now if I do 0 here I'll get 1. So this is, and what will the dimension, मैंने खुद ही कह दिया था वैसे। डायमेंशन क्या होगी, 3 राइट, 3D। ओके
Depend only the bracket. How?
Depend on the
मतलब जितना
outer
जितने भी
bracket
ब्रैकेट होंगे वो
ओके वेट, अरे 3, सो यस 3, जितना भी मतलब मेरी जितनी नेस्टेड है ना मेरा एरे, उतनी मेरी डायमेंशन बढ़ती रह जाएंगी, राइट। मतलब अभी मेरा एरे 2 था ये, सो ये एरे 2 की मेरी डायमेंशन कितनी हुई, वी हैव ओनली लाइक या 2। सो मतलब हमारे पास एक आउटर लिस्ट है, उसके अंदर हमारे पास लिस्ट है, एंड उसके अंदर हमारे पास डायरेक्टली एलिमेंट्स हैं, उसके अंदर हमारे पास कोई और लिस्ट नहीं है, तो दैट्स वाई 2। बट यहाँ पे हमारे पास एक आउटर लिस्ट है, उसके अंदर हमारे पास 2 लिस्ट है, एंड वो हर एक लिस्ट के अंदर एक और लिस्ट है, फिर उनके अंदर जाके एलिमेंट्स हैं, सो दैट्स वाई 3 डायमेंशन in array 3. Okay, now comes to the size. So if I do data type equals to np.int8, data type equals to np.float16, data type equals to np.int32. नाउ मेरे पास जो है ये एरेज है, सो मेरे पास जो एरे है, एरे इज़ दिस, और ये int 8 का है, और इसका साइज़ क्या है, साइज़ इज़ द बेसिकली नंबर ऑफ़ एलिमेंट्स। नेस्टेड में जाके बिल्कुल रूट पे जाके कितने एलिमेंट्स हैं इसमें एरे में, 3, सो यस। अब एरे डॉट टू मेरा, इसका क्या साइज़ क्या है इसका? What is the size of this array? 6, right? Size, not the shape. Yeah. So 6 is the size. Size जो है स्केलर क्वांटिटी होगी, आप ये भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है. Shape is the vector. Shape basically is telling me how many elements we are having in each dimension, ठीक है. साइज इज कितने हमारे पास ओवरऑल एलिमेंट्स हैं. एंड एरे 3 डॉट साइज, एरे 3 जो है मेरा ये था, कितने हैं इसमें एलिमेंट्स? 4, राइट. अब आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो एक चीज़, मैंने यहाँ पे डी टाइप इंट 8 करा है, ठीक है. तो अब अगर मैं इसका एक आइटम साइज़ निकालता हूँ, सो आइटम साइज इज़ हर एक आइटम, लाइक ये 1 कितनी बाइट्स ले रहे हैं मेरे रैम में, 2 कितना बाइट्स ले रहा है, 3 कितनी बाइट्स ले रहा है, दैट इज़ द आइटम साइज. सो 1, सो 8 मतलब इन 1 बाइट वी हैव 8 बिट्स, राइट. सो इंट 8 मीन्स मतलब मैं सिर्फ 1 बाइट की स्टोरेज लूँगा. अगर मैं इंट 16 कर दूँ, मैं लूँगा 2 बाइट की स्टोरेज. इंट 32 कर दूँ, मैं लूँगा 3 बाइट्स की स्टोरेज. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द आइटम साइज. इफ़ आई वांट टू गेट चेक लाइक मेरे टोटल ओवरऑल रैम कितनी लेगा, तो मैं आइटम साइज़ और साइज़ को मल्टीप्लाई कर दूँगा, मतलब टोटल नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स और हर एक एलिमेंट कितनी स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई कर रहा है. आई विल गेट टोटल साइज, राइट. अब यहाँ पे आता है फ्लोट. अब मैंने यहाँ पे ना फ्लोट, मैंने एरे नॉर्मली 1 2 3 डिफाइन किया था, बट मैंने फ्लोट डाल दिया ना जैसे ही, तो यहाँ पे एज अ डेसिमल काउंट हो रहा है. इट इज़ नॉट काउंटिंग एज अ इंटीजर, ये आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, चाहे मैं 1 ही सिर्फ लिखूँ क्यों ना. सो इट विल बी काउंटेड एज 1.0 यू कैन से. ओके, अब इसका आइटम साइज़ जो है हम देख लेते हैं. इट विल बी 2, ओके, बिकॉज 2 बाइट्स में आ रहा है 16 bits which will be stored in 2 bytes, so that's why 2. And if I multiply this will with the 6, I'll get 12. so ये जो मेरा array 2 है, ये okay, array 2 dot size, ये मेरा टोटल 12 बाइट्स ले रहा है रैम में. सो जस्ट 12 बाइट्स. और अगर यही मैं इस चीज़ की लिस्ट बनाऊंगा तो बहुत ज़्यादा वो स्टोरेज ले लेगा. सो दैट्स वाई. नाउ array 3, एरे 3 मेरा ये है, एरे 3 का साइज़ ये, एंड मैंने इन 32 करा है, तो 32 बिट्स, तो ये बाइट में कितना हुआ, 4 बाइट्स हुआ, राइट. सो ओके, एरे 3 डॉट आइटम साइज, सर, हाँ, तो ये मेरा 4 बाइट ले रहा है हर एक वैल्यू, ठीक है. और अभी अगर मैं इसको मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ इसके साथ, एरे 3 डॉट साइज 16 मेरे पास आया, राइट. सो आई होप आपको डायमेंशंस और आइटम साइज और साइज क्लियर हो गया होगा.
थैंक यू.
वेलकम. और किसी को और कोई डाउट? ओके, आई गेस और किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है. ओके, सो
सर हेलो.
यस.
हाँ, एक बार आप कॉलम कॉन्सेंट्रेशन एक बार कॉन्कैटिनेशन एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए.
ओके, कॉलम कंकैटिनेशन. सो वेयर इट वाज. ओके, मैं नॉर्मली ले लेता हूँ. जैसे मेरे पास ये एरे है, ओके, एरे 2 मेरे पास 2D एरे है ना, राइट. तो मैं एक और एरे बनाता हूँ, x इक्वल्स np एरे, ठीक है. ये भी मैं एक 2D एरे बनाऊँगा, तो मैं करता हूँ ये x. तो अगर मैं करता हूँ np डॉट कंकैटिनेट, और यहाँ पे मुझे ना टपल में एरे पास करने पड़ेंगे, ठीक है, आप ये बात का ध्यान रखना. वेलकम. सो आई विल फर्स्ट पास एरे 2 एंड x. तो मैं ये करूँगा तो ये एज अनदर रो ऐड हो जाएगा, ठीक है. ये तो हो गया रो कंकैटिनेशन का. अब मुझे 4 5, ओके, मैं इस पर ना ऐड नहीं कर पाऊँगा एक्चुअली, क्योंकि द थिंग इज़ बिकॉज हर एक कॉलम में 3 एलिमेंट्स हैं. लाइक एरे 3 की अगर हम शेप देखें, ओके सॉरी, एरे 2 की अगर हम शेप देखें, सो इट इज़ लाइक 3 by 2. सो दैट्स वाई मतलब मेरे पास हर एक कॉलम में 3 है, तो मेरे पास यहाँ पे 2 है, तो अगर मैं 6 ओके मेरे पास एक ये है ना, तो मैं एक और बना लेता हूँ वाई 4 5 6 और वाई, ठीक है। तो ये मेरे पास ये 2 एरेज आ गए। अब मुझे लाइक ये 4 5 6 को एज अ रो ऐड करना, एज अ कॉलम ऐड करना, तो मैं करूँगा np डॉट कनकैटिनेट एरे 2। और अभी अगर मैं वाई करता हूँ, अब जो है थोड़ा सा एरर भी आ सकता है, एरर ही आएगा, इनफैक्ट आ सकता है, क्या एरर ही आएगा, वो क्यों आएगा वो मैं आपको बताऊँगा अभी। सो दिस you are getting all the input array dimension except for the concatenation. Okay, like it is saying जो मेरा ये वाला एरे है एरे 2 इंडेक्स 0, इसका साइज़ 2 है, बट इंडेक्स 1 का साइज़ जो है 3 है। मतलब इसका मेरे पास साइज़ 3 है, राइट, एंड इसका साइज़ एरे 2 का, इसका मेरा साइज़ 2 है। जो लाइक ये एक रो है, इसका मेरा साइज़ 2 है, तो इस चक्कर में जो है ये थोड़ा सा मतलब हिल रहा है। Size, basically size is the shape which you can say, like this one size, not the size of like the total number of elements. तो मुझे इसको ऐड करने के लिए मुझे ना y को रीशेप करना पड़ेगा। तो y अभी मेरा ये है, मुझे y को रीशेप करना पड़ेगा। एंड रीशेप मुझे इसको कैसे करना है कि ये हर एक एलिमेंट ना एज अ कॉलम वाइज आ जाए। तो मेरे पास 3 है, ठीक है। सो वट आई कैन डू इज़ आई कैन डू लाइक दिस 3,1, मतलब मेरे पास 4 एक अलग कॉलम आ गया, 5 एक अलग कॉलम आ गया, 6 एक अलग कॉलम आ गया। और मैं इसको मैं z के अंदर स्टोर कर देता हूँ और z में मैं डाल देता हूँ, ठीक है। अब मैं z को यहाँ पास करूँगा। ओके, आई एम गेटिंग array 2 has size 2, sorry index 0 has size 2 and array let me check, array 2 मेरे पास ये है all the input x is equals to, oh yes sorry x is मुझे 1 देनी थी, that's why if I give x as 1 thanks because, तो एक्सेस मैंने 1 दी एंड मेरा जो है वर्क कर गया। बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट वो रो में ऐड करना चाह रहा था, इसलिए एरर आ रहा था। और अगर मैं y को भी करूँ तो मेरा y का नहीं होगा, क्योंकि y मुझे एज अ इसको एक एक कॉलम में करना पड़ेगा। सो कॉलम कंकैटिनेशन थोड़ी सी आपको लगेगी एम्बिगुअस, बट आपको ना लाइक जैसे हम नॉर्मली जब हम मैथमेटिक्स में डॉट प्रोडक्ट करते हैं तो हम 2 वेक्टर्स को डायरेक्टली लिख लेते हैं, ठीक है। बट नॉर्मली वो जो लाइक मतलब 2 वेक्टर को जब हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो रो बाय कॉलम का ऑपरेशन होता है, राइट। सो हमें एक कॉलम वेक्टर चाहिए, सो दिस इज़ यू कैन से अ कॉलम वेक्टर एंड दिस इज़ द लाइक रो वेक्टर विच यू कैन से। सो डैट्स वाई हर एक एक कॉलम तभी ऐड होगा ना उसमें। सो दिस इज़ द कंकैटिनेशन। आपको क्लियर हो गई?
यस सर, यस।
ओके, और किसी को कोई डाउट? एनीबडी? सो आई थिंक किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है, सो आई एंड द सेशन हियर। सो गाइज थैंक यू सो मच फॉर अटेंडिंग माय फर्स्ट सेशन। एंड जो है आज हमने कवर तो नंपाई पांडास भी करना था, बट हम पांडास नहीं कर पाए, बट आई होप आपको नंपाई पूरा क्लियर हो गया होगा, ऑल ऑफ द मेजर थिंग्स। एंड आई विल बी शेयरिंग दिस नोटबुक एज अ PDF विद यू ऑल, ओके, in the group. So
Thank you, Param. Thank you so
welcome.
much. When is the next? When will we have our pandas class?
Okay, so today is 5th, right? So next we'll having on 9th on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, on Sunday I'll cover the pandas, matplotlib and seaborn. Seaborn matplotlib के ऊपर ही है, matplotlib will cover the basic stuff, and in pandas we have the plots already, so ज़्यादा time नहीं लगेगा. Pandas is the main.
Thank you.
Welcome. So you all guys can leave, and I will share the recording in my YouTube channel, okay. I'll just share my link once again, youtube.com /3029. So you can like subscribe to it. I'll share the recording in it. I hope recording जो है success अच्छे से हुई हो. So yes,